Happy Saturday, April 25th. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. Um, it is pretty darn hot out here in Phoenix. The end of April, we expect to, reach 90 degrees. That's definitely par for the course. But to get to 100 degrees and even 105, 106, that's just way too hot too soon. Um, Yesterday, Phoenix got up to, I believe, 99 degrees. We are usually a few degrees cooler, like 2, 3 degrees cooler than the heart of downtown Phoenix. So 99, 100, we're pretty close. Today is supposed to get up to 100 degrees for Phoenix. So we are closing in on that century mark. It's getting brutal. Typical average this time of the year is upper 80s. So way off. I mean, we are just, and even next week, I think it's Wednesday, Thursday, they are talking 105, 106. So we could potentially break, I believe, 3 records here in the next 7 days. Keeping fingers crossed here that after the next week, we start to get closer to those average highs. Like 90 degrees. Maybe a cold spell and get back in the 80s would be great. But we're still running. Today had a fantastic run. Did 8 miles. I was planning to do at least 6, 7, and ultimately did 8. I started at about 5:45 this morning. My wife Carrie ran 18, and she started just after 5 a.m. and was heading out in the same direction and was going to finish her run at the same place where I started and ended mine. I decided to do my run on a flat course. As some of you may be familiar with Phoenix or Ahwatukee, where we live. If not, it is hilly pretty much everywhere. If there's any flat parts, it's not for long. So it's great when it comes to training for hills and get you ready for races that are hilly. And hill workout is great out here. However, there are times where we just need flat road. And there's a couple small places, a couple miles down at the Premium Outlets or the Wild Horse Casino area, which is nice out there as well. But the path was nice. The canal that I ran at Kiwanis, I actually parked at the Kiwanis tennis courts and then just ran there. And there's a canal that basically kind of goes across the street and wraps around the golf course and then heads east. It actually goes east or west, but I went east for about, what was it, close to 4 miles, 3.5. And then I turned around and got and got a total of 4 miles. I felt great. So today is, for me, a long run. I guess I consider now, for me, not really training for anything, like a 6 mile or 7, 8 to be my long run. And I treat it as a long run pace. And what does that mean? Well, in the past, all my runs seemed like they were kind of verging on long run pace. I've been doing a really good job of focusing on taking my easy runs easy, and that's on average a 9:45, sometimes 10, but on average I'd say it's between 9:45 and 10. In the past it used to be like a 9:05, 9:10, 9:15, which is too fast because my half marathon pace is about an 8:45, 8:50-ish. So there's no way my easy run should be 20, 30 seconds slower than that. So I did a long run pace today and quicker than I expected. I wanted to stay around 9:05, maybe 9:10. Well, surprisingly, I did an average of 8:52. Yeah, that's quicker, but I felt pretty good. It wasn't like I was really huffing and puffing and gassing. Maybe towards the end I was getting a little bit tired. My right knee, that VMO, the vastus medialis muscle was, acting up. It's been a little bit sore here for months. but nothing crazy. But it was kind of lingering throughout the run. And the path is just basically flat. I mean, I was just looking here. I got my final surge and my Strava that I put up for data. And in all honesty, there's really no change in elevation. Minus 7 feet at mile 5 and plus 4 on the last mile. So it's pretty much flat. Let's just call it pancake flat. It doesn't get flatter than that. So I wanted to just, have a nice run. My first mile was like a 9:02. So I said, that's good. I'd be happy with like a 9:05, 9:10 of the first mile. So I stuck with it. I was trying to watch my cadence, which my cadence here was, I believe it was 170. Yeah. So I guess that's what it takes for me to hit 170 is to go close to the 9-minute mark, because it's usually a struggle for me. I'm usually about a 167, maybe 168 when I'm doing easy run. So really not that far off. I need to work on that. But I felt great, had a great run, finished in a time of 1:11:01. So yeah, felt really good. And then my wife came in a little bit after and did 18 miles, a little over 8-minute pace. So we had a really good run. The temperature really not that bad yet, because it will start to warm up. The temperature was around 66 degrees or so at about 5:45. So by the time I was done, it was probably getting close to 70. And over the next couple of days, our lows will be reaching that 70 mark. Still not unbearable, but way too hot for this time of year. So that's it. Just want to recap how my 8-miler went. Next Saturday, a week from today, I will be participating in a virtual race that I did myself. It's me and my wife, my sister-in-law, and one of the ladies I used to coach, and her friend. And of course, we're not running together. This is all social distancing. Not even really social distancing, because I created 4 random courses. So everyone's doing their own course, either Saturday or Sunday next week, and I'm excited. It's gonna be good. A little bit warm, but we can get out early and just knock out a 5K. So we'll see what happens. We drew the tougher course out of all 4, but we also have like a nice downhill, maybe a little longer downhill than some of the other courses. So it probably all kind of comes out the same, but definitely looking forward to that. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. And if you guys are participating in any virtual races, runs, definitely have a good race out there. Be safe. And with temperatures warming up, at least here, and pretty much will be across the country soon, make sure that you guys are taking in your hydration a little bit more so than you would during the winter. But anyways, that is it for now. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Stay safe, and talk to you later. Bye.